fishy and outdoors. I fish a lot of lakes. I grew up fishing natural lakes though, you know, and all around the country. Most of what you read in Bassmaster magazine and stuff is based on southern reservoirs, you know, and lakes that have a lot of shad. But we don't have that up north, and so there's a few baits that I like to throw, you know, different color schemes that fit more into those natural lakes. The first thing that I like to do in the springtime is throw a crawdad color crankbait, and this is the Storm Arashi. It comes in two sizes, a square 3 and a square 5. And the crawdads in the spring, that's one of the fish's main forage. You know, the crawfish, they'll come out of hibernation, and it really honestly makes a difference throwing a crawfish imitated bait versus a bluegill or a baby bass. So keep that in mind, crawfish early in the spring. Now as the water gets a little bit dirtier, a little bit of a stained color, I like to switch to the baby bass color. And what that does is that shows up a little bit better in that stained water. So when you get the runoff, that early spring rain, this bait will actually want to show up a little bit better in the water. As the spawn comes along, big females hate bluegill. So what do? I imitate that with the bluegill. And early in the year, as the water starts to clear up, I'll switch to the black silver shad. It's a little bit more transparent. It's got this foil flash on it, so it shows up really well. That's the color that I was throwing at the Mississippi River because that bait was going by them so fast. I wanted a little bit of flash so those fish could see it in the current. But there's a couple things about this Storm Arashi that separate it from all other crankbaits out there on the market. The first thing you notice is this circuit board lip. It's thinner, which allows this bait to start its action at a slower speed, but it also allows it to stay on track at a higher speed. It's also more durable, so you want to bang this into the dirt, the rocks, logs, whatever, that's going to help you out. The next thing we did is we rotated the hook hangers. So most hook hangers run this way with the bait. Well, we rotated them so they run the opposite direction. And what that allows you to do is put a whole size larger of treble hooks onto that bait. And so when those fish slap at the bait, you got more bite with the hook to be able to, you know, increase your hookup ratio. But the coolest feature of this bait right here is, if you look closely, is that self-tuning line tie. You can see how that actually moves. What that allows this bait to do is never come out of tune. It's always in tune. You pull it out of the package and it's ready to fish with. You don't have to mess with making sure it's running to the left, run to the right, you know, making sure it's running straight. This bait, as fast as you can turn your hands on a reel, will continue to run straight all the time. And that's a very key feature of this bait. So, you know, like this bluegill color, when I'm covering water looking for big females, I can throw this blue color, I can cover a lot of water and, you know, get bigger fish in the boat.